Very often in homes, particularly new constructed homes, or when we finish a remodeling project, we find a door that is sticking, such as this door here is sticking in the upper right-hand corner. There's two ways to remedy that problem. One is to take the door off and sand off the area where it's rubbing. The second way to remedy it is to use a bar of soap and just lubricate the door with a bar of soap. That works pretty good, but it doesn't last very long because eventually the soap wears off. The most effective way to fix a rubbing door is to remove the door and sand the area where it's rubbing against the frame. But before we do that, we want to mark the door in the area where it's rubbing. In this case here, it's right along this area here, so we put a light pencil mark there, so we know where to sand and where not to sand. Now that we have our door removed, we're going to take an orbital sander and sand a smidgen off this area where it was rubbing. Although I'm using an orbital sander, you can do just as well with a wood rasp or sandpaper. It just might take you a little longer. Now that we've sanded it off, we're going to put the door back in place and ensure that it's no longer rubbing on the door frame. After we reinstall the door and we're satisfied that the door isn't rubbing anymore, we're going to go ahead and put a light coat of primer paint on this wood area where we sanded it down. What the primer paint will do is prevent the raw wood from absorbing moisture. Now that we have our door reinstalled, we can check it to ensure that it's no longer rubbing. And as you see, we get a nice clean closure without any rubbing on the door whatsoever. Now that we're satisfied that the door is no longer rubbing, we're going to go ahead and paint the area on top of the door where we did our sanding so it will not absorb moisture. That's really all there is to fixing a rubbing door. It's not unusual to have to do this process a couple of times on a new constructed house because of the house settles over time, particularly in the first 2 or 3 years. For more information on do-it-yourself home improvement projects, take a look at our website at Do-It-Yourself Home Improvement Plus.